Well, welcome to the Steve Clifton podcast. I am Steve Clifton. He is I is him. You know, dot all your I's, cross all your T's. And don't forget the lowercase j's. Lowercase j's don't get enough credit. So this is episode 6. I haven't got canceled yet. Not yet. I'm working on it. So I'd like to start off. I'm doing Facebook Live as well. I see Jason Peak. What's up, yo? I'd like to start out. What's good and what's going on good in your life? What's good in your hood is what I call it. Last Thursday night, I went to my church because they're teaching me how to work the boards back there in the back, the sound boards. I want to be the Dr. Dre of our church, maybe one day, but it's pretty interesting. You do get a new respect for what those guys do, not only at church or just at any kind of concert. There's just a lot of work that goes into that, checking the sound and making sure this is even and that's even, stuff like that. Look at my back. I need to get a new background. I look like I'm stuck like in a movie that I'm trying to ask for help to get out of. I just got 1 o'clock. Anyways, it was good just hanging out with those guys at the church and learning all that stuff about the technology. So great now, how you can mix and change everything around. And then just after that, just a bunch of guys sitting there, 5 deep, talking about everything from sports to, video games to just everything, man. Just good people. I love going to that place. Just such good people, man. Friday night, I went and checked out at the local carnival here. They have a carnival here right across the street from us. And Friday night, they had a concert, and I went and saw American Idol's own Lauren Elena. Y'all can hate on me. It's a free concert. My daughter's never been to a concert. It's a free concert. Pretty good, actually. Very underrated country singer from Georgia. And I don't know. It was cold Friday night. And it was an outdoor concert, free concert outdoor. It was cold. And I enjoyed being cold. Makes you feel alive. And I like those moments in life where you like have to struggle a little bit. It's cold to make you feel alive. Little moments like that. Or like whenever you eat a pizza roll and it burns the top of your roof, people are like, oh, not me. Makes you know you're alive. But I'm kind of weird. But anyways, Saturday, kind of hung out with my father-in-law for a little bit there, and we reminisced on some 80s country, going through the YouTube list of some 80s country that he used to listen to back in the day. When you go down one of those rabbit holes of stuff that you used to listen to or stuff back in the day, you miss out on so many great artists and one-hit wonders that you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that guy. Oh yeah, I forgot about that guy. So that was pretty good. Sunday, of course, is church day, always. This Sunday at our church, we had communion, and communion has changed through COVID. Yeah, you can't go up there and people put food in your mouth anymore or drink wine. You have to, they give you your own personal communion little cup there. It's like a little cup with a piece of, like a cracker in it. I always like to see, not judging, just observational. I always like to see how people at church take their communion, because you can tell if they used to do shots or not. So I always make sure I take mine. I don't want to be taking shots at and communion there, and not making fun of it, just observational. So it's always great to look and see how other people do that. And it's always crazy because like the pastor, he doesn't have all that. He has like a big old nice piece of bread up there from like Tom Thumb or something, and a big old full glass of wine. You're like, man, that looks good. I'm over here with a little bitty, I'm doing shots, a little bitty cracker, drier than 3 Popeyes biscuits, but that's not the meaning of it. But anyways, it's always great to do that. It's always great to end your day on a Sunday with that one. After that, went to my brother's church and saw their worship team play lots of music. Big church, lots of people in there. Great artists, man. It's just crazy. It's just a genre that I didn't know about until this year. I knew about it when I was young, you know, DC Talk, and, you know, everybody knows all the popular ones. But now that I've started listening to it, it's great music, such good music. So my Jesus meter is full as can be on Sundays and Mondays. And that's good. Which once again, not making fun of it. I got the Bible app. If you don't have it, download it. It's great. They have this thing called Verse of the Day that I look at every day and see some motivational in the morning. And they have a streak, like streaks, how many days in a row, just like all the other apps. How many streaks days in a row that you've opened that app. And I was mad because my streak ended. And it didn't really end. I just went 24 hours without doing it, and my streak ended. I'm like, man, who do I complain to in the Bible app? They have a customer service department. They probably don't. Anyways, my week streak is still alive, so I'll restart on my days. It's just that they make it 24 days, 24 hours in a row there. But anyways, moving along. What's on you guys' mind? What's on your mind? What's going through your head this week? What's going on my mind? Is Chick-fil-A the happiest place on earth? It's got to be the happiest place on earth. Every time that I've gone to Chick-fil-A, everybody in there is the happiest person on earth, besides church, which is probably why, because they're off on Sunday. It's the happiest place on earth. Nobody's ever mad in there. Nobody's ever mad in Chick-fil-A. The manager's not mad. The associates that work in there is not mad. The people cleaning the tables are the happiest cleaning table people you ever seen in your life. Customers are not mad. No one is ever mad in Chick-fil-A. There are no Karens in Chick-fil-A. If you've seen a Karen in Chick-fil-A, let me know. I've never seen a Karen in Chick-fil-A complaining about the temperature of her chicken sandwich. There's no one ever mad. Not even the customers are mad at Chick-fil-A. I started thinking about it. They've never got my order wrong. No wonder everybody is so happy. But like, it's just crazy. It's like no one. Taco Bell is a complete opposite. Everybody's always mad at Taco Bell. They always get my order wrong. And here recently, I've gone there a couple of times. One time I went and they couldn't take my order because they were doing DoorDash only. DoorDash only? Wait a minute, so I can't order food? No, we're shorthanded. We're doing DoorDash only. Why don't you take the care of the people that's in the line and not the people that didn't want to drive up here is what I say. But, you know, I'm not complaining. I went to Taco Bell a couple of days ago here, and they had a sign that said, we have a 5-item limit. At Taco Bell? Like your whole existence is me going there and getting 16 things for $1.50. Like, really, you're going to limit me to 5 things at Taco Bell? Chick-fil-A has figured it out. They're doing they don't have any problems. So why is everybody else having problems? I don't know. Anyways, like I said, we have the carnival in town here, and I got off of work the other day and I had to drive to the store. It's crazy. We live in the most spoiled country in the world, and little things bug us, like this carnival that was blocking like 3 blocks off. So I had to go an extra 4 blocks to go to the grocery store, guys. That's a shame, isn't it? Every time I do something like this, I always think that, you know, did people like in the 1800s complain about this? No, they didn't complain at all. They went to the store like twice a month, sometimes 3 times a year in their chuck wagon, 17 miles, snow, camp to go to the store. I'm mad because I can't go 4 blocks without somebody blocking me. Anyways, random stuff here on my list of what's on my mind. I got a new love for tomatoes. I don't know what that is. I guess it's just because I got older. Never liked tomatoes growing up, but now I'll eat them. Now I'll eat them chopped up, like if it's chopped up on a taco or like on a salad or something. I won't eat a tomato raw, like just by itself, like cut up. To me, that's still kind of gross. The texture of it and looking at the seeds and everything. But I will eat it on a hamburger now, which is a big thing for me because before it was always I ordered my burger like I was three. Ketchup, pickles, cheese. Get a tomato on your burger. If you haven't had a tomato on your burger, you're missing out. It's good. It adds like a different layer to it for sure. Now, onions is a totally different story for me. Like, I like onion rings, but I don't like raw onions. That's really weird, I know. Like if you're using onions like in a soup or like in a mixture or something like that, I'll eat it. But like onion rings, nah, I can't eat onions on a burger either. I think it's just the rawness of it. I'll tear up some French onion dips. That count. Sounds redneck. I'll tear up some French onion dip. Anyways, other stuff that's on my mind. I noticed this the other day when I was in the store because I'm a kid from the 80s. Do little kids still consider mannequins to be cool? You know, like the mannequins in the retail stores or the clothes stores. I remember whenever I was a little kid, one, there wasn't as many of them. You might be one or two in a store and that was it. But it just seems like now there's like so many mannequins. I don't think kids have the same weird fact, like mannequin. Well, it's weird. But it's also like, what is that thing? It's not a real human. I don't know. I just don't think that there's no love for mannequins. Last week there was no love for manatees. This week there's no love for mannequins. But I don't know. What else is on my mind here? Do you think dogs talk about other dogs and how great they got it, like we do, like humans? Like we were like, oh, they got it so much better. Do you think dogs do the same thing? I wonder if dogs do the same thing. Because you think about it, like an 80s dog, dogs don't live that long, but if they did, they would be hating on these new age dogs. These new age dogs got it made. These new age dogs get to go to the grocery store. I've seen dogs in the movies. Last Sunday when I went to my brother's church, I saw a dog in church. These dogs, they get pampered way more. They come to your house to cut your dog. They got people that'll walk your dog. These 80s dogs were just put on a chain in the backyard, and you went out there and looked at them every once in a while, and you fed them maybe. I definitely think that these older dogs would be hating on these new age dogs. These new age dogs are spoiled. Go on vacation and y'all put us in a hotel. The 80s dogs is like, my owner went on vacation. I think I ain't seen him like in 6 days. Right, Jason. Anyways, that's what's on my mind. So let's move on to the next segment here. What you guys watching on TV? What are you watching? Are you watching me? What are you watching on TV? What I watched last week, the Braves won the World Series. Go Braves. I had a weird relationship with the Atlanta Braves. In the 80s and 90s, when I was a little kid, you were able to watch their games on TBS, a cable channel. So whenever I would be at someone's houses and they had cable, or at my house where we had illegal cable where you'd steal it from the neighbor, and you'd be watching someone saying they're watching Yellowstone. I don't know what that is. Atlanta Braves. I had a weird relationship with them because when I was little, I used to be able to watch the games, and it was something besides the Rangers losing. So we turned it on the Braves games in the 90s, when they had Dion and Otis Nixon and who else? David Justice and Mark Lemke and, of course, Glavine and Smoltz and all those guys. So, I really loved the Braves when I was a little kid. So seeing the Braves won the World Series was pretty good. I mean, at least it was somebody different. At least it wasn't the Yankees again or the Red Sox again. Somebody different. So interesting fact, whenever the Braves won the World Series in 1995, the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. So get your Cowboys tickets ready. Get your popcorn ready. Get your ring finger ready for that Super Bowl ring. Chipper Jones. Yeah, Chipper Jones was great. Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl this year. Last time the Braves won it, the Cowboys won it. Get your Super Bowl party. Plan it now. Plan the parade. We are going to the Super Bowl. We just got stomped by the Broncos. Anybody watch that game? What happened? What happened to that game? What else am I watching? American Crime Story. The Bill Clinton impeachment. I've been watching that on FX. FX is great. They always do these American Crime Stories. So OJ was better though. This one's okay. It's about the impeachment. You know me, guys. I mean, I'm all anything from about 90s. I'm in. I like to watch 90s stuff, and it's okay. It's got one more episode. I'm glad it's over because it's like now it's doing all the court stuff, and I'm like, just ready for it to be over. So what's up, Brooks? Shout outs today on the episode 6 here. I got some people watching on Facebook here, some friends I went to high school with. Looks like my dad is watching. CCC. What else you guys watching? My wife watches weird shows. Does anybody else wife watch weird shows? Pimple poppers. Have you seen this? It's a show about people popping their pimples. I'm out. She also watches one called 600 Pound Life, about the daily struggles of being 600 pounds. I'm not making fun of it because those people need some help, but we got some weird shows going on these days. We got she watches all those ones with the little midgets families and the little world big peoples and people with foot injuries and foot's broken and you got to fix their foot, and they got all kind of shows that people watch these days. Whatever happened just to Married with Children and Wonder Years? Now we got to watch people's neck surgeries on TV and stuff to get entertained. I don't know. What else am I watching? I'm watching Oak Island. It's on the History Channel. The new season of Oak Island. I think it's on season 16 or whatever. Sorry, small person. Small people. Someone said I can't say midget. Small person. Don't cancel me. Okay. Oak Island is good. It's about a show about these people that are on this island in Nova Scotia, somewhere in Canada. You guys know I'm not good with direction. Anyway, somewhere up there, somewhere up yonder, and they're like trying to find some treasure, and they've been looking for this treasure for like 6 years. And every season, you think, oh, they're gonna find it. Are they gonna find it? They never find it. They found little bitty pieces of it, little by little by little. They never find it. They're never gonna find it. Are they gonna find it? I don't know. Turn in next week and turn in next week and turn in next week. What else am I watching? Curb Your Enthusiasm has a new season. Curb Your Enthusiasm, Larry David. There's 2-3 episodes in the new season, and there's 3 episodes in the new season, and it's funny because it's good, but I'm kind of lost because I haven't really watched all the episodes leading up to this new 20th season or whatever. So I'm kind of lost of like some of the characters, like are they still married or what's going on? But it's still Larry David. It's still funny. It's still greatness. The dude's a genius. All right, moving on to one of my favorite sections of the podcast. This is the Get Off My Lawn segment. Get Off My Lawn, where we talk about Get Off My Lawn, where we're talking about people being old like me and how everything was better back in the day, and us olds. So I overheard this conversation at work the other day where this lady was talking about, my son's so mad at me. My son is so mad at me because I got him a 2021 Chevy pickup truck, and he wants me to take it back because it's the wrong color. He wanted red, not blue. Can I slap your kid for you? He's mad because you got him the wrong color of a brand new truck. Get off my lawn. My first car was a 1980 Ford Fairmount. It was given to me. My grandma passed away. Someone had to die for me to get my first car. Rest in peace, Helen, 91 years old. Birthday was the other day, but I literally had to wait for someone to die to get a car. And this kid is mad because his car was the wrong color. 43 years old. His car was the wrong color. Oh, I'm sorry. I love my first car though. It was mine. Had no stereo. It played tapes though. You could literally start it with no key. People would get in my car and start it and move it. You had to roll the windows down by hand. But it was mine. I loved every single bit of it. You know what I mean? These kids, I don't like my car because it's green. It's brand new. It's 2021 car. Get the hell out of here. Anyways, I'm old. Also at work the other day, I thought it was really weird whenever I was telling all the associates that, hey, make sure you set your clocks back tonight. Tonight's daylight savings. They're all youngins, 21, 22. They're like, set our what back? Set our clocks back? Look at me with my clock right here. It's probably not even set back, is it? I don't know. It's probably the wrong time. But kids these days don't set clocks back. They got phones that automatically changes. They ain't worried about no daylight savings time. They wake up, they lost an hour. They don't even know. They don't even know what the difference of daylight savings times because they don't have to set clocks back and VCRs back and microwaves back. Get off my lawn. They also didn't have pagers and beepers. Who had a pager and a beeper? Me. I had a pager. It was great. I used to love going down to the pager store, get the new cases, get the fluorescent case, get the pink case, get different cases. You had to turn on your voicemail and turn on the slow, soft jam to get into your back mail, your voicemail. Hey, this is Steve. Leave me a message and I'll get back to you. They don't know the struggle. You don't know the struggle. Or like you would have to your pager would go off. You'd go to the payphone, put a quarter in it just to hear your voicemail. And it's your friend, hey, can you come pick me up? Or hey, call me. And then you have to put another quarter in to call them. Straight text messages now. Get off my lawn. I feel like I'm definitely getting older where stuff is more important to me than it never was before. Let me give an example, like tire pressure. I know some of you gearheads and you car guys are always, not me. I've never tire pressure. I don't care. Now that I'm older, I got to make sure my tire pressure is correct. Luckily, my car bings when it's wrong. Tire pressure is low. I care about tire pressure now. I've done research on it. I've done homework on it. I don't know. Get off my lawn. I like going in my room and bullying my daughter because she has half drinking water bottles and half drinking sodas. Man, when I was a kid, if you had a half drinking anything, you drink that until you got a new one. I don't care if it was warm. You want a new water? Finish the 6 you got. These kids have no idea. Get off my lawn. What else? Let's see. Speaking of daughter, FaceTime. I went to her room the other day and I was about to knock and I could hear her talking. I'm like, uh-oh, she talking to herself just like her dad? But she was actually FaceTiming somebody. Could you imagine if we had FaceTime back in the day, guys? I was telling her some old phone hacks that we used to do, like when we used to have a phone on the wall, We had the girlfriend who you couldn't call their house past a certain time, So they would pick up their phone and call 444 film, where it would tell you the movie times, and they'd just wait for the click in. Hello, what are you doing? It's me. Phone hacks. Or you'd have to get a cousin or somebody to call because their dad didn't want, guys calling. So your cousin or your friend or whatever would call, then you would have to talk to them. I mean, we had all kind of phone hacks, didn't we? We had all kind of phone hacks. You call somebody, let the phone ring once and hang up, and then that you would know, oh, that's so and so, so your parents wouldn't know. We had all kind of phone hacks. Get off the phone by 9. Get off the phone. You got to be off the phone by 9. What? Then cell phones came out. It's free after 9. So phone hacks back in the day. And so moving along, it's time for my other favorite segment. It's called Do You Even Human? So guys, people are messy. People have been messed up for years, dude. Humans in particular, us humans have given us signals for years that they ain't right. We just don't pay no attention to them. We just, we look the other way. But let me give you an example. Never trust a human that you see at the store trying to buy a new alarm clock. What? You don't got a phone? Do you even human? What are you going to do? Wake up for songs from the 60s on your alarm clock? Get a phone. The phone does everything. Here I am, one segment hating on phones. The next segment, like, get a phone. I mean, what do you do? This is the same kind of people that go to their mailbox every day and check their mail too, by the way. Gotta go check the mail. It's time to check the mail. I check the mail like in 2 weeks. What's down there? That ain't in my email. Never trust a human that goes to a high school football game, but he ain't got no kids in that high school. What's this guy doing here? What number is your kid? Oh, I'm just here to support. Support what? A jail sentence? You got nothing to go to Applebee's or something. You got no kids at the game? Do you even human? Never trust a human that knows all the numbers of the math equation pi past 3.14. Oh, actually, pi is 3.14837637243238682. Why do you even know that? Secondly, how do you even know that? Do you even human? Do you even human? All right, some rapid fires. Some rapid fire do you even humans here. Never trust a human that likes wind chimes too much. Oh, I got that one in Mexico. I got that one down on the border when we're in Phoenix. Wind chimes? You're a grown man. Do you even human? How about this? Never trust a human that still reads the Sunday paper every Sunday. Like, so you just wait all week. You ignore everything in the whole world just so you can get that paper on Sunday and see what's going on. Do you even human? What else we got here? Yeah. Knows the different kinds of, never trust a human that knows the different kinds of grasses. Oh, my neighbor's got a strong Bermuda, but I got a sawgrass or whatever. What? There's one kind of grass, green. Other than that, why do you know so much about grass? Do you even human? Rapid fire ones here. How about this? Never trust a human that has their first initial as a doormat before you walk in their house. What? Do you even human? All right. How about this one? Never trust a human that still has conversations with their high school principal. Like, y'all still talk to each other? Do you even human? What else I got here? I don't know. People are just messy now. Never trust a human that can start a fire without a gas or a lighter or any matches. How'd you start that fire, Jed? I don't know. Do you even human? I don't know. People are weird. All right. So last segment here is going to be controversial. I like to end on something good. So everybody knows that it's great to be alive, right? So I'm going to call this segment Alive at 5, where we talk about 5 great things about being alive. And I'm going to get a lot of haters on this one. But today's Alive at 5 is going to be the top 5. This is my top 5. Top 5 80s country artists or groups. Top 5. My personal favorite top 5 80s country artists or groups. Now, some of these you're going to be thinking, like, why didn't you say that? And why didn't you say that? Because some of these artists that you're thinking I'm going to leave out didn't get big into the 90s. So we're talking about 80s. And in honor of my father-in-law here and his wife, that would have been married almost 40 years, 39 years. And they loved 80s country. My personal top favorite 80s groups or artists. Number 5, Alabama. You can't have an 80s list without Alabama. Some of you might argue that Alabama might be higher. I mean, come on. Mountain music. Oh, play some mountain music. Take me down. There's no way I could. Dude, Alabama was great, dude. I think they might have won the most like Grammys or awards period in the 80s. They were just such a good. Plus, anyway, everybody that's got that kind of beard in a band, greatness. Top 5 80s country artists or groups. Number 4, The Judge. The Judds. Come on, man. How are they not in here? Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. I can't sing. That's why I do a podcast. I can't sing. Love can build a bridge. You know you're singing it. What's that one? Young Love. That was another. They did The Judds. Here's a guy that can't even say their name. So we're doing top 5 country artist groups. Number 5 was Alabama. Number 4 is a Judge. Number 3 on the fly here, I'm going to skip my list and I want to go number 3, Garth Brooks. Even though he only had like one album in the 80s and it was in 1989, the album was Greatness. The Dance came out in 89, one of the best country songs ever written. Even though he didn't write it, he did sing it. I'm much too young to feel this damn old. I had that on a tape. What else? If tomorrow never comes, gonna tell how much yeah, Garth Brooks, number 3. Top 5 80s country music artists and groups. We're gonna go number 2. Easily could have been number 1. But that's going to be the great Randy Travis. One of the best country artists, one of the best country voice songwriters, storytellers of all time. I mean, Forever and Ever, Amen. I mean, could possibly be one of the top 5 most, not just 80s country songs ever written or recorded. 3 Wooden Crosses is great. I told you so, but you had to go. Digging Up Bones was good. Remember that one? On the other hand, there's a golden band. I can't sing. Anyways, number 3, Randy Travis. Live at 5, top 5 country artists or groups. We had number 5, we had Alabama. 4, we had The Judge. 3, we had Garth. 2, we had Randy Travis. And I thought really hard about this one, but to me, number 1's a no-brainer. If you're going to go 80s countries, he probably could have. This Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson's going to be number 1. If you're doing an 80s country artist list, dude, Willie Nelson is number 1. 7 Spanish Angels. Come on, bro. On the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. I think that might have been one of the biggest hits of the whole 80s of any genre, that song. To all the girls I've loved, due to Willie's greatness, even though he sings offbeat for reasons we all know. You were always on my mind, dude. Willie's gonna be number 1. If you're gonna make an 80s country list, you gotta do Willie number 1. There's some honorable mentions in there for 80s, you know. Reba started in the 80s, but Reba was more popular in the 90s. Brooks and Dunn started in the 80s, way more popular in the 90s. You know, Alan Jackson started in the 80s, way more popular in the 90s. Clint Black started in the 80s, way more popular in the 90s. So 80s, you're going to go number 5, Alabama. no brainer. Could have been higher. 4, the Judge. 3, Randy Travis. 2, Garth. Even though Garth shouldn't probably be on this list. I mean, but everything Garth does is greatness. There's a reason why you can't download him that for free. And then number 1, Willie Nelson. Willie is a BB for sure. He's the GOAT. I mean, still now, Willie can sing. What is he, like 103? He's old. He's old as dirt. But anyways, that's the podcast this week, guys. Hit me up at steveclifton7808@gmail.com. You can catch us on this podcast on Spotify. We're on YouTube. I'm in a TikTok to catch up with the youngs there, where I do little 1-minute segments. Do this every week. It's like therapy to me because I can't afford a therapist. And I've been talking to myself forever. So why not just talk to y'all in the middle of the day about random things? So if you have any comments, comment down below on the screen there. Hit me up at steveclifton7808@gmail.com. Follow me, like me, unlike me. I don't care. I'm working on some background here. I had some people saying, "Oh, are you going to get an editor?" Or I get people that message me on Facebook, "Are you going to get an editor? Or are you going to do some like graphic design?" And I'm like, with my budget? No, I'm raw. I'm rough around the edges. What am I going to edit? I'm going to do it this way. This is the way I am, shaved head and all, Beavis and Butthead shirt. What are you going to do? Someone said, "What about MySpace?" Does anybody remember MySpace? Dude, MySpace, to me, dude, bring back MySpace. MySpace was better. MySpace was way better than Facebook, man. You could rock your songs on there. You could pick your favorite songs and rock them on MySpace. Have your little music going up there. You had your 8 friends. And depending on who was mad at you or what was going on in your life, you would move your friend. You'd move your friend. You'd log on. You'd be like, "Oh my God, I got moved out of my friends 8. I'm not in this top 8 no more. What did I do? Was that lasagna I made not good enough? I bumped myself out." MySpace was way better. I think it was before that, everything got so political and everybody's opinion was so out loud too as well. I don't know. I like MySpace. MySpace is way better. Bring back MySpace. I'll bring back AOL Messenger. Welcome, you got mail. All those sounds get stuck in your head forever, don't they? The little sound. Yahoo Messenger was great. Remember Yahoo Messenger? Uh-oh. The door would open. The door would close. The door would open. It'd be some girl that you would want to talk to, and then she would see that you're on. She'd close. Oh, man, she closed the door because I'm on here. Anyways, don't do any of that. Or do it all. Anyways, thanks for checking the podcast out, the show that's about everything and about nothing at the same time. I'll be back next week if I don't get canceled. And if I do, what do? You guys have a good week. Do something good. Do something memorable. And if you do, don't get in trouble. And if you don't, you don't. Have a good week. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah.